So we have some good news and some bad news in the Burning Man murder mystery. I want to go ahead and start with the bad news. The bad news is the suspect has still not been caught, and right now law enforcement is still having trouble. They're having trouble getting people to talk. Also, look at where this happened. Think about all the problems that they're going to have trying to figure out what went down out there in the middle of the desert. Everyone already left, so they have a very tough job right now figuring out who did this. But the good news is law enforcement says that they do have some leads. For a few days there, they had nothing. They couldn't even identify the victim. Now, they have some leads, and as I've reported, they have identified the victim, a Russian man by the name of Vadim Kruglov. Now, people were not talking at first, but now that Vadim was identified, some people are coming forward. I don't know if you guys watched the video I put out late last night. You should go check it out if you haven't already. A witness has now come forward claiming that they heard some commotion, some noises, some screaming, maybe a possible fight or an argument coming from Vadim's tent. So it looks like something went down in his tent. We have pictures of his tent as well. So whatever happened, I guess there was something happening inside his tent as the burning of the Burning Man effigy was going down. Now, this is odd because during the ceremony, when everyone is crowded around, everyone crowds around and they watch the burning of the man. People usually are not in their tents during the ceremony. People are usually at the ceremony. So why he was in his tent at the time, what happened, we still don't know. But at the very least, some people are starting to talk a little bit. And now we have actually heard from Vadim's father. He posted a video speaking about his son over on Facebook, and it's heartbreaking. I want to go ahead and show you the video, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Доброго дня, добрым людям. Меня зовут Круглов Игорь Дмитриевич. Я отец Круглова Вадима, чья жизнь так нелепо и рано оборвалась на фестивале. Слов нет передать мои чувства. Но я горжусь своим сыном, о котором узнал теперь весь мир. И узнал именно таким, каким он был на самом деле. Даже та инсталляция, которую он задумал и воплотили в жизнь, сердце случайно, это и есть Вадим, по сути. Он очень чувствовал несправедливость и отстаивал справедливость во всех проявлениях. Я думаю, здесь была такая же ситуация случилась. К сожалению, этот мир несправедлив во многом. Но я, будучи не кровожадным и мирным человеком, я за справедливость, за то, чтобы тот, кто это сделал, получил по заслугам. Выражаю огромную благодарность всем друзьям сына, которые сейчас откликнулись на наше горе и помогают то, чем может. Спасибо вам огромное.
My heart really goes out to this guy. It was heartbreaking watching him speak because you only know the feeling if you have lost someone close to you, but it's a very helpless feeling. It's a humbling feeling. It's like a smack in the face. It brings you back to reality. It lets you know that you really have very little control over anything. You may have control over all of these little different aspects of your life, but you really don't have much control over anything. People can be taken from you, snatched away from you at the drop of a dime. It's a very helpless kind of feeling. And add that to the fact that Vadim's father is like somewhere across the world. You know what I mean? He just lost his son. He didn't lose him to an accident or something like that. No, someone took his life, but he's all the way across the world. So he has that helpless feeling of loss, but he also has that helpless feeling of not being able to really help. I know he wants justice for his kid. Of course he does. But, he's across the world, and his son got mysteriously killed in the middle of a weird Burning Man festival in the middle of the desert. And this case is so unique because usually, regardless of how I feel about a case, regardless of how I feel about the job that law enforcement is doing, usually I have faith that they're going to catch the suspect and the case will be solved. Usually I have faith that at some point that would happen. Right now, I don't have that faith. And that's nothing against law enforcement at all. It's just because of the circumstances here. In order for them to catch this person, they're going to need people to talk. But unfortunately, this happened at Burning Man, where people don't want to talk at all about anything. At least not to law enforcement. Crimes are covered up here all the time. The very fact that I mentioned that crimes are covered up at Burning Man will cause some people who go to Burning Man to flip out down in my comment section below. But this is just such a weird situation, and I can't imagine being in his father's shoes. I know it's a devastating feeling to lose someone, but to lose someone under these circumstances in this type of way, in that type of location, it's beyond crazy. It's almost incomprehensible to even think about what it must feel like to be in that position. But as I stated earlier, law enforcement says they have some leads. So that's better than nothing. They're finally getting somewhere in this case. As I mentioned as well, people are starting to be more comfortable about talking about it. And obviously, some people heard some things. And you just got to know that someone knows something. Obviously, someone knows something. And whoever killed Vadim, I'm sure he interacted with other people. Maybe someone noticed that someone was acting irate or crazy or weird. I don't know. But then again, it's like Burning Man. I feel like everyone's kind of acting weird out there. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to keep my eyes on this case. I have some more updates about it that I will bring you all later today. For now, though, let me know your thoughts about this down below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon in the next one.